Hey everybody, how's it going? Let me get the invite out. All right, we're gonna get set in just a moment. I'm ready. Let's do this. Welcome to 2KU Week 5. We've had a lot of twists and turns today and the previous weeks, and this might be the biggest twist and turn of all. We had number one fall last week if you watched our doubleheader, as Michigan fell to Notre Dame at home. Can it happen again? Stanford was also number one. They fell to Hawaii, if you remember. Then Michigan became the new number one. They fell to Notre Dame, and the current number one is Baylor. The Baylor Bears are on top of the top 25, but it might not last for long, especially considering who they got to play this week. Oklahoma State, the OKSU Sooners, coming out after rocketing up from week 0, not being ranked, into the top 25, now potentially being a top 10 team. And the Baylor Bears, if you remember last year's national championship stream back on the main channel, they played in the Natty. They fell to Stanford. They're trying to clean house and return to their former glory. This will be a great game. I gotta look at the rosters actually before we start. I forgot to do that last week. We got some great there's some great moments I'll relay from the Discord server as well. We'll start with Oklahoma State. They're coming in the number 12 team in the country, and their roster is a good reason why. Starting quarterback James Roberts, a redshirt senior from Henrietta. He is a bit of an unsung hero on this offense. Not a very pass-heavy offense, mainly because they have this guy in the backfield, Mason Booth, another senior from the Village, Oklahoma. 5'10", my height, 208 pounds, not my weight. Power back. One of the lesser talked about big names in the backfield could be hurt. There's a lot of buzz about guys like Terrence Noel from Oregon and Nate Salazar from Missouri, but Mason Booth has just quietly been racking up rushing yards. The fullback is Peter Robinson, a redshirt freshman from San Juan, Texas. The wide receiving core is made up of junior Thomas Hagan from Rockwall, Texas, redshirt senior Michael Welsh from Woodward, Oklahoma, Aaron Carter, not to be confused with that Aaron Carter from Vernon, Texas, Ben Archer from Nacogdoches, Texas, Jason Davidson, a redshirt freshman from St. Simons, Georgia. We also get some play time. Tight end Ricky Green from Yuma, Arizona. He's a senior. He might be one of the better tight ends in the country by the end of the year. Redshirt senior on the O-line from Brooklyn, Missouri. Chris Booth will make us Scott happy. As will this guy, 92 overall redshirt senior, Alvin Skinner from Glenpool, Oklahoma. An absolute unit for the Cowboys. Center Dan Walden is a junior from Odessa, Texas. Right guard Benjamin Dunlap is a redshirt junior from Beeville, Texas. And the right tackle is redshirt junior Austin Britt from Fort Myers, Florida. Going to the defense, the left end, Chris Spurlock, a sophomore from Baxter Springs, Kansas. The right end, Brandon Gonzalez, a redshirt senior from Sulphur, Oklahoma. On the interior line, Jamal Landry, a defensive tackle, junior from Pearland, Texas. And number 99, John Hale, redshirt senior from Shawnee, Oklahoma. Also keep an eye out for Earl Miller, another senior from Lenoke, Arkansas. Left outside linebacker, a 91 overall, Connor Hawley, senior from Mission, Texas. The middle linebacker, another 90 overall, senior Tommy McRae from Donna, Texas. Right outside linebacker, coming from Forest Park, Georgia, the redshirt sophomore Chad Burnett. And the secondary is led by senior Brian Gray from Conroe, Texas, Eric Foster from Richland Hills, Texas, William Barnes from Grapevine, Texas, and Buster Jones, number 1, the sophomore from Cushing, Oklahoma. At free safety is Antonio Lewis, the 90 overall redshirt senior from Shawnee, Oklahoma. From Hobart, Oklahoma is the strong safety, number 7 redshirt senior Danny Young. The kicker is Cale Paul, a junior, redshirt junior from Sand Springs, Oklahoma, and the punter is Brian Berry, a redshirt senior from The Colony, Texas. What's that noise in the background? It's likely my computer's fan. I have to have my computer charging right now because it was a bit low on battery before I started. But let's take a look at the other side of the field for the Baylor Bears. The big name is in the backfield, much like Oklahoma. Let's start with quarterback. Starting QB Derek Poe, the redshirt junior from Pleasanton, Texas. Also got to watch out for backup Walter Blanchard, a sophomore from St. Simons, Georgia. He's going to pick up. He'll be picking up where Derek Poe left off in no time. Halfback number 25. This is the star of the team. This is Keith Hopkins, redshirt junior from Snyder, Texas. He fills in for Heisman final for two-time Heisman finalist Baylor's Benji Miller. He went off to the NFL. Fullback Darnell Romero, redshirt senior from San Angelo, Texas. On the receiving corps, Roger Blanchard, senior from Sweetwater, Texas. Redshirt freshman Kevin Stewart, coming from Gainesville, Texas. Andrew Alexander, freshman from Addison, Texas, true freshman. And Jerome Harwell, a redshirt junior from Wichita Falls, Texas. Tight end J.P. Miller, a redshirt senior from Levelland, Texas. On the O-line, you got Matt Miller, redshirt sophomore from Big Spring, Texas. All-American last year, redshirt senior Jamal Quinn from Texarkana, Texas. The center, Justin Watkins, redshirt senior from Mount Pleasant, Texas. On the right guard is Kyle Pennington, redshirt junior from Dickinson, Texas. And on the right end, redshirt junior John Hicks from Rio Grande City, Texas. Moving to the defense, left end Nathan Anderson, redshirt senior from Seguin, Texas. Carl Smith, the sophomore from Coppell, Texas. Coppell? In the interior defensive line, Darius Brown, redshirt sophomore from... These names are not getting easier to pronounce. Asle, Texas. Don Lewis, coming all the way from Toronto, the redshirt freshman from Toronto, Ontario, Canada. And maybe we'll see some Tyler Payne from San Marcos, Texas, the true freshman. Franklin Harris, also from Coppell, Texas, the redshirt junior, is your left outside linebacker. Middle linebacker Garrett Dixon, redshirt junior from Pleasanton, Texas. Rob Sims, the right outside linebacker from Modesto, California. In the secondary, true senior Garth Seals from Columbus, Georgia. Robert Brooks, redshirt freshman from Corpus Christi, Texas. Andre Brentley, the true senior from Overland, Missouri. And redshirt senior Nick Newman from Deer Park, Texas. The free safety is number 25, Derek Jones, a true senior from South Houston. Another true senior, Josh Swan, the true senior, as I said, from Highland Village, Texas. The kicker, redshirt senior Corey Rhodes from Humboldt, Texas. And the punter, redshirt junior Josh Bell from Green Hill, Tennessee. So really, it's a battle of the running backs in this game, much like we saw last week between Boise and Oregon. This time, it's Keith Hopkins of Baylor taking on Mason Booth of OKSU. So let's get Oklahoma State all dressed up. I was thinking going to white, orange. They don't have their orange helmets yet. They wouldn't get them until very recently. And Baylor's a bit of a conundrum. Mainly because their jerseys don't really match their colors. So I decided to go with a bit of a weird compromise. I think this will work. I do prefer the gold, actually. We'll do that. So, Baylor, number 1 team in the country, though Oklahoma State does have a slight edge in terms of offense and defense. However, Baylor will be having the home field advantage. Let's get the clock. My system clock is all out of whack, apparently. I'd have to reset it, I guess. We go 6 minutes for these games. I go to Heisman. The new Baylor Stadium is not in this game. We're still at Floyd Casey. We're going to get in here. I'm going to very quickly check the battery and see if I can unplug this. I think that should be good. I'll check on it later. I don't want it dying on me in the middle of the stream. But I'm going to pull up Discord so I can check out some scores and schedules, and I can litter those throughout the broadcast to give it a bit of spice. We're about to get underway. This is Baylor, Oklahoma State. Number 12, Cowboys. Number 1, Baylor Bears. Here the Bears indeed. Julio Moss, coach of the Bears. Just got a big extension in the offseason. And we're about to see what could be an all-time classic when all said and done. Baylor wins the toss. They'll choose to defer. And Oklahoma State will start off this no doubt to be an offensive shootout. Taken from the 2. From the 15 to the 20 to the 25, down to the 27-yard line. And there's Mason Booth, the big star for this Sooner team.
Big playability makes him a threat to score really anytime he touches. I love this guy.
What could be the best running back in this upcoming NFL draft?
Huge hole. It's also going to be difficult to stop there and keep him out of the end zone.
Throw over the middle to Booth for a 7-yard gain. Oklahoma State's starting quarterback in this game is James Roberts. Roberts, plenty of time to throw it. He'll throw this one. He's got a man. That's Mason Booth. First down to the 49.
You obviously have to worry about him as a ball carrier, but he showed here that you have to be concerned about him.
First and 10 for the Baylor logo.
He's got good hands, and you know he's good in the open field.
As they're coming, he'll throw this one. He's got a man. That's Thomas Hagan. Short of the first, it'll be 2nd and 9. Roberts perfect so far. Play action. Throwing this one, he's got a man. That's Aaron Carter. That's how he beat Shaq.
And still, his gunslinger hasn't missed a receiver yet on this drive. They come out in a 5-wide set.
5 wide. Keeper. He'll run this one to the 20, down to the 17-yard line.
So they go on the ground and pick up another first down. They are stringing together a nice little drive here.
That's not a player I thought would be the focal point of this offense. James Roberts is performing very well. But that just goes to show you can't underestimate him. Roberts, plenty of time to throw it. He's got a man. That's Mason Booth. Down to the 5-yard line.
From the 6-yard line.
Roberts is perfect today. Though granted, we are still in the first. Option keeper. He'll run this one himself. Touchdown, Cowboys.
That's what makes this offense so
Oklahoma State's on the board first in Waco.
He gets down into this area of the field. Chances are he's going to find his way.
68-yard drive, 7 plays. And they are now up 7.
72-yard drive. And they add 7 points to the scoreboard. An amazing drive of this offense. Outstanding execution.
Takes away. We'll be taking from up the 7 to the 10, the 15 to the 20 to the 25. Got room to the 30, cutting to the 38-yard line, 37-yard line. No return for Alexander on the play. On the field comes the Baylor offense. Play action. Throwing this one. It's caught wide open. J.P. Miller pulls it in for 8 yards. Hurry up. Derek Poe is the starting quarterback for the Baylor Bears. Poe's going to keep it. It'll be short of the first. It'll be a 2-yard gain. It'll be 3rd and inches. Throwing this one. He's got a man. J.P. Miller once again. First down, Bears.
They only needed a couple yards, and the defense was geared up for the stop.
There's a handoff. A 3-yard gain. The first handoff to Keith Hopkins of the day.
That'll make it 2nd and 7.
Here's Poe. On the slot, that's to Miller again. For 9 yards and a first down. Throwing this one to the right. And that won't really go anyway. Roger Blanchard is the one who caught it for 4 yards.
That makes it 2nd and 6. From the 38-yard line. It's 2nd down.
Hand off to Hopkins up the middle. Stuffed. Got a yard. 3rd and 5 from about the 36-yard line. Oh, plenty of time to throw it. Time running out. He will get a man. He's got it. 1st down. But there's a flag on the field. Illegal touching on the offense. Clayton Harris was one who caught it, and the one who committed the foul. It'll be 4th and 10. And they're going to punt it from within Oklahoma State territory.
Bell going to try to kick this one deep. Let's see if he can get it inside the 5.
Here's the punt by Bell, and that'll bounce in the end zone for a touchback.
This one will go into the end zone, and they'll bring it out to the 40. The offense now will take the field, and they hope to have the same success they had on their last
They
drive.
just punched it down the field immediately when they were on the field last time. Can the Cowboys do it again? Here's Roberts. Plenty of time to throw. He's got a man wide open to about the 42-yard line. Ben Archer with the reception.
Oklahoma State up 7 points.
2:30 to go in the first. Booth goes in motion. He'll throw this one up the middle. That's a catch and a 1st down. Michael Welsh. Roberts alone in the backfield. Throwing this one. He's got a man. 1st down. Mason Booth was the one with the reception. And James Roberts still perfect. Motions to the left. Not play action. Here's a good throw to Michael Welsh. That's a 9-yard gain. 2nd and 1. Option keeper for Roberts. 1st down. Cuts past the defender, and he'll get 11 yards. Cowboys trying to go up 2 scores. Roberts plenty of time throwing this one. He's got number 84, Ben Archer, just short of the 1st. And 2nd in inches from about the 3-yard line.
Second down and short. Ball on the 4-yard line.
From less than 4 yards away from the end zone. Roberts keeper, plenty of room, touchdown Cowboys. And the lineup for the PAT to go up 14-0 in Waco.
And he adds the extra point. And it looks like they're ready for the kickoff.
The kick's going to be away, and it will be caught from the 1, taken to the 5, to the 10, to the 15, the 20, to about the 26-yard line. Andrew Alexander is your return man for the Bears.
The offense is looking to be a little bit more successful with this drive, as they had to pump the ball away the last time they had it. They've been beaten soundly on both sides of the ball.
Here's Poe. Pressure coming, he'll throw it. Receivers got room to work. About a 14-yard gain for J.P. Miller. Handoff. Stuffed again.
Nowhere to go for the halfback.
Nothing for Keith Hopkins.
Second and 11 coming up now. Ball on the 39.
Big play for Danny Young. Here's another one for Hopkins, and he's got room to work to the 50. He's at the 40. Steps out of bounds at about the 41. There's the big play we've been waiting for from the running back. Oh. Looking, going over the middle, intercepted! And he'll be brought down. First pick, first turnover of the game. Number 49, that's... Can't read the name there. That was number 45, we'll see later. They don't tell you every time on the graphics. Play action to boot. He'll heave this one wide open. First down, Michael Welsh. Anytime. Going over the middle once again. He's got a man. First down. To about the 20-yard line. Ricky Green's first reception.
He can shake off a lot of tacklers who are smaller than he is.
He's first and 10. Just over 30 seconds to go. Roberts. He's this one. He's got a man to about the 4-yard line. Aaron Carter, and that's a fact. Was this one in the end zone? Incomplete. Intended for number 17.
4 yards out.
But he overthrew it. Roberts keeper. Pitch on the option play. Touchdown, Mike Williams. That worked perfectly for the Cowboys.
Defense took away the quarterback. A great lead. And the tailback ends up in the
Mike Williams just waltzed in the end zone. 6 plays, a very nice 69-yard drive. And Oklahoma State is now up 3 scores in Waco.
They line up to get this one away.
Taken from the 5 to the 10. Alexander to the 20. The 25 cuts to the 32. The last drive for Baylor ended in a pick, and that resulted in another 7 points for the Cowboys. Here's Poe going over the middle, caught, but only get 2 yards. Andrew Alexander's first reception. Oh. Throwing this one, he's got number 42. That's Jerome Harwell for 12 yards, taking about the 46-yard line. First and 10, only 2 seconds to go in the quarter. Cole have time to throw, and he's got a man just short. Harwell gets 10 yards, but that will be the end of your first quarter. 21-0 is the score. Oklahoma State up big.
More football here in quarter number 2.
Battery's good now. Check again each quarter. Hand off to Hopkins up the middle. He's got room to run. To about the 30-yard line, but there's a flag on the play. Clipping. Penalties have derailed this Baylor offense. They would have had an easy 4th and 5 and a potential field goal on their first drive. And they had to punt it away. And that puts them a yard short. And that means they have to replay second down a yard short of the first down. Keeper for Poe. And that's a first down, 8 yards. Not as extravagant as that last play. We're getting the job done and moving the sticks. First and 10 from about the 38. Calling audible. Poe. There's the handoff to Hopkins. He'll get 2 yards. Top 5 Oklahoma State. It might happen. Keeper for Poe. Another first down. 9 yards on the play. Derek Poe, 19 yards on the ground. And the Bears have yet to touch the end zone. Handoff. Big first down and still rumbling is Anthony Jackson. There's a handoff. Once again to Anthony Jackson for 3 yards. Keeper for Poe. And that'll put him in the end zone. Touchdown, Baylor. Scoreless no more. Derek Poe, or should I say nevermore, as Poe puts it in. That'll be a 21-7 score with the PAT. And there it is. 4:44 to go in the second. The Bears kick it away. And it'll be taken from the goal line to the 5, 10, to the 15. Cutting to the 20 to about the 24-yard line. Mike Williams was on the return. He's got a touchdown today.
You think about the challenges these two teams are facing. On one side,
and 2 touchdowns for the starting quarterback, James Roberts, for Oklahoma State. Here's a heave. This one is overthrown. 2nd and 10 coming up.
So it's 2nd and 10. Ball on the 23-yard line.
Roberts. Throwing this one on the middle. It's caught in coverage. And Michael Welsh gets 16 yards.
The quarterback in the gun. Empty backfield. 5 wide receivers in the formation.
Keep motions. Play action, Roberts. He'll heave this one deep. Wide open. To the 5-yard line is Michael Welsh. A missed coverage. A blown coverage. And Michael Welsh puts them in the red zone. 1st and goal.
Now it's 1st and goal with the defense trying to regroup.
They're perfect in 1st and goal today. Roberts. He's going to throw this one over the middle. Touchdown, Ricky Green. The tight end gets one and puts the Bears up 20. Or puts the Cowboys up 20. Potentially 21 with the PAT.
And you saw it on that touchdown. Very good team effort.
4-play, 75-yard drive. And it's a 28-7 ball game with 4:02 to go in the first. Welsh broke his thumb on that big play we saw. He will return soon as Alexander takes it to the 28-yard line.
I love seeing this kind of production, the way these quarterbacks are playing. Both teams are challenging.
The Cowboys have been producing flawlessly. They get a win here in Waco. Take a look at their schedule and look at their division. If they are the one who manages to seize control, they might be in the national championship when all said and done. Here's a throw over the middle, broken up by the defender.
2nd down, 10 yards to go. Ball to 29. They'll line up with 5 wide receivers.
5 wide. Poe steps back. He's going to keep it, and that's not going anywhere. A 2-yard gain. It'll be 3rd and 8. Try catching him off guard with a QB draw. Yeah, give me the remaining games so I can look at that. Poe, pressure coming. He's sacked. That's the big man, number 90, Chris Spurlock, with the sack.
It seems like the entire game he's done a good job of
Looking
creating
at their
making this quarterback feel it.
Looking at the
almost giving him
remaining schedule
back
for
there,
the
he doesn't seem to
Cowboys.
be
They
in
have
rhythm.
Iowa,
It almost
you have
seems
Texas
like
Tech
throwing the
at
football,
Texas, at
dealing
Iowa
with the
State
pressure and almost
versus
creating
Nebraska,
nerves
which might be
in the
their
quarterback.
toughest
So
game.
no luck on that drive as they go 3 and out. Carter.
At
waiting
OKSU
to
is
return.
also a pretty tough one. That could be a potential Big 12 championship matchup as Oklahoma State takes a punt to about the 50-yard line. Aaron Carter, and that's the facts. You also have to watch out for the last 2 games. Texas A&M, they had at Oklahoma for Bedlam to end the year.
They seem to really be just out there kind of going through the motions.
You ask me, they could win out. Ooh, that's taken. Welsh is back. Oh, and he's injured again. They tried bringing him back out there. That might be his thumb again. 2nd and 7, just under 3 minutes to go. Play action. Roberts heaves this one to the sideline. Ben Archer makes the catch. 7-yard reception. And we'll hope to see what happened with with Walsh. He's not serious. There's a handoff to Mason Booth. He hasn't had the ball a lot today. Running it, a 2-yard gain. He's only rushed it once today for that 2-yard gain. He's been a much more effective receiver today, which is interesting. Roberts over the middle, caught and brought down immediately. Thomas Hagan with the catch. If you would, can we get Baylor's remaining games as well? Because Baylor has a tough matchup to end the year against TCU. Quarterback keeper, and that'll be a sack for no gain. Darius Brown with the sack. 4th and 4, and they'll likely try for a field goal. If not punted. 2:11 to go in the second quarter. And they're going for it. That's not what I expected at all. I don't know why. But they must have some confidence. Roberts throwing this one wide open is Ben Archer. First down, Cowboys. Welsh will be out for the game with a strained back. He will be back next week, thankfully, for their matchup with Texas Tech. Keeper will get 8 yards. Timeout, Cowboys. James Roberts has been an effective rusher today. We'll get to Baylor's games in a moment. Keeper, no one near him. He'll get the first down after a 4-yard gain. Another timeout for the Cowboys. Hand off. Mason Booth is in the end zone. Touchdown, Cowboys. Out of control. And this will be a 28-point lead for the Cowboys. Oklahoma State crushing it today.
Brad, I thought the offense did a really nice job of mixing up the play calling on that drive. I thought the defense was on its heels.
Kicks away. It'll be taken from about the 2-yard line, the 15 to the 20, 26, 27-yard line. And Baylor's here. Their schedule doesn't get any easier. They have a surprisingly good Kansas team up next. They play Texas Tech on the road, Oklahoma on the road. They're at home against Iowa State and Texas. But they have 2 tough games to end the year. Ooh, what a big play and what a catch! Jerome Harwell. Unreal play. Nabbing that one off the stomach of an OKSU receiver, or an OKSU corner. Oh, backing up on the slot to Hopkins. Now lose 2 yards. Timeout Bears. They're just hoping for something, anything, to get some progress on the scoreboard. They get the ball back in the second half. Throws this one. Evan Stewart will get 6 yards. Oklahoma State has 1 timeout. Baylor has 2. But as I was saying, Baylor's last two games are going to be very difficult. At Colorado and versus TCU. Looking over the field. He's got a man up the middle. First down. Big hit on Blanchard. Timeout Bears. A minute 11 to go. Baylor's only been in the red zone once today. They didn't score. And off keeper. Poe's got room to run. That's going to be a touchdown, Bears. Nearly was down. He rolled on the back of a defender and just barely extended enough to get in the end zone. And now they're within 21 with the PAT. It's 35-14. Not out of reach. But you have a minute and 5 on the clock that you got to kill before you can get the ball again. And that's hoping that they don't score. Big run to the 32-yard line by Mike Williams. 350 yards of offense today for Oklahoma State. And 5 touchdowns.
They put together a plan. The defense knew that they were going to come in with this plan. It's one thing to try to prep as a defense.
This is going to be a high-scoring game.
It's another thing to actually go out there and do it. So far, so good.
Roberts throws this one wide open. Is Thomas Hagan. 20-yard gain. 56 seconds on the clock. Oklahoma State still has a timeout. I will say this will likely not be the last we see of the day. Well, there's going to be a review. See if he caught it inbounds or not.
We'll get a second look at it here and determine if he was inbounds.
That's inbounds.
And that play happened so fast that it was very tough to tell
if it's 1 foot or both.
Down or not.
After review the play, the ruling on the field stands.
Yeah, it's in.
The ruling on the field will stand. He caught it.
The only thing left to say
You
about
only need 1
this
foot in
play
college.
is that was an excellent catch.
That was a great catch.
First and 10.
First and 10 from the Baylor 48. Roberts throws this one to the sideline. It's only 5 yards from Ben Archer.
That brings up second and 5.
Roberts throws this one to the sideline. Archer catches it again. Step out of bounds short. 3rd and 1 from the Baylor 40. And off to Mason Booth up the middle. He's got room about the 30-yard line. It'll be from the 31, 46 seconds on the clock. They'll run the hurry up. They could very easily punch this in the end zone. Roberts heaves this one in the end zone. Wide open touchdown. Number 5. Hauls it in. Show me that. Didn't show the name. 65-yard drive.
And he adds the extra point.
42-14. That's the halftime score, most likely. Baylor will have 37 seconds to work with. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. As a hold about the 29-yard line. 33 seconds will be on the clock for the Bears. They punched it in twice. But there's a long way to go if they want to remain the number 1 team in the nation.
It was a really nice drive, too, Brad. The quarterback got into a nice rhythm, did a good job.
33 seconds to go in the half. Poe throws this one short. That's number 16 of Blanchard. That'll be 7-yard gain. Clock's ticking. Just over 20 seconds to go in the half. Oh, throws this one. Caught. Keith Hopkins gets the first down. The running backs have been better receivers today. Russell Jones got a 6th tackle of the day on that last play. Another throw in the middle, intercepted! Down about the 45.
You don't want to criticize the quarterback for trying to make something happen, but I'm not really sure who he thought he was throwing the ball to there.
From the 45-yard line, it's first down.
It's first and 10, 8 seconds on the clock. We're up to 45. They'll just heave this one to the end zone. Hope they get something. Good catch. It'll be a timeout. Aaron Carter gets it. And they're going to just do it again. Leave it. Hope for the best.
One more play now before we hit halftime, so they'll most likely throw one towards the end zone here.
Roberts heaves in the end zone. Tipped, bobbled, incomplete. Josh Swan will be credited with the incompletion. 42-14 at the half. Oklahoma State's up.
We played 30 minutes.
It's in the game.
On the EA Sports NCAA Football 14
And you gotta wonder if Baylor's head's not in the game.
Innovation that excites. Dave Pollock and I here in the studio to break down everything
The battery.
that just happened in your game. Do you know what happens after a first half like that? No, what happens? What happens is offensive coordinators, they're not coordinators anymore. They're gurus.
They're gurus, guys.
They're writing the book. Oh, yeah.
I gotta plug this in, so excuse the fan.
I tell you what, when you put on a clinic like that, I guess you can. And you can start thinking like that. Maybe you start thinking about getting a head coaching job as well. But everything that you wanted to do on offense.
Big offensive day for the Oklahoma State Cowboys. 366 yards, 67 on the ground. But they have not dominated TOP. Baylor has had the ball for longer, or they've had two very costly turnovers. But they will get the ball back to start the second half, and that hopefully for the Bears could spark a shift of power.
Reese, David, wish you were here instead.
That's what you'd want here in Waco anyway.
Second half of this lopsided ball game.
Taking from the 3, 10, 15, 20. Weaves his way to the 23. And everyone's piled. What's going on?
I hope they show some fight here and try
You play this game long enough, you see some strange things. I don't think I've seen human Jenga before. Poe backing up way up there, throws it on one leg to Keith Hopkins, and that'll lose 2 yards. Nothing to do today for the offense. And if this result holds, Oklahoma State's going to have a statement win.
From their own 21-yard line. Second down.
A worst-case scenario for Baylor could be they lose to Kansas as well. Lose to Kansas next week. And then Colorado and TCU to end the year. That would be disastrous for the Bears. But I expect them to recover nicely from this game. Keeper. And he's got room to run. Derek Poe to the 45. First and 10 over 5 minutes to go in the third. He'll step back. Hopkins in the slot. Hopkins good to about the 49-yard line. Second and 5 for the Bears. On the door of Oklahoma State territory. They haven't entered that much today. Plenty of time to throw, but they'll keep it. And it'll be stopped. I wonder why you keep it in that scenario. You're down by 28. You don't have time to waste. Hand off up the middle. If you want to run it, that's who you give it to. Keith Hopkins for a 4-yard gain. Time to throw it. There's a deep ball. Overthrows his receiver.
No way anybody could catch up with that pass.
That makes second down and 10 to go. Ball on the 46.
Oh. They'll take it. Stepping way back. Another throw on the slot. The screen is not going to work here. I don't know why I keep trying. Anthony Johnson will lose 7.
Well, they'll line it up again on third down.
3rd and 17 from their own 47.
They come out in a 5-wide set.
Pressure coming. He's got to throw it. You got a good block. Throws it. Oh, and he dropped it.
So they couldn't pick up the long yardage, and now they'll have to punt.
Great hold by the defense. They were expecting the pass
And
play, and
another
they defended it very
wasted
well.
drive for the Bears. They'll punt this one away.
He really got a hold of that
That
one.
one's deep, and they'll bounce in the end zone.
This punt bounces into the end zone, and this will be a touchback. And for Roberts, he's been looking very sharp.
Well, this is really just one of those games where it's all coming together. He's making the right reads, he's delivering the football in rhythm, and the most important thing is he's playing with confidence.
He'll lead them out for another drive here, looking to add to his numbers and to their lead. So you wonder what kind of excitement we'll see this time around. Oklahoma State comes to the line, holding that commanding lead.
Roberts will throw this one to the sideline. It's caught. Taken out of bounds as Mason Booth gets 14 yards. Time to throw it. He'll keep it though. Stumbles, and it's brought down. That's a sack. It'll be credited to Garth Seals. Second and 10. Wait for everyone to get lined up. I mean, everyone will get lined up. Roberts will throw. He's just short of the first. Ben Archer is the one on the reception. 3rd and inches from their own 44. Play action over the middle. That's number 84, Ben Archer.
The 47.
Most reliable receiver on the field. 400 yards through the air for James Roberts. Play action. And that James Roberts will keep it himself. Run all the way to about the 31-yard line. And they're about to have another methodical drive that could put some more points on the board. Throwing this one, he's got another man. That is Ricky Green for 15 yards. Green's got one of those back collars. I missed those.
From the 15-yard line.
Almost 500 total yards of offense for Oklahoma State.
Oklahoma State looking to add to this big lead here.
And out to Mason Booth. Sheds a tackle. Will only get a yard for it. Second and 9. Roberts to throw. Roberts to Rick Brown, just short of the first. It'll be 3rd and inches from the 5-yard line. 30 for 33 on the day. It's James Roberts as he'll throw. No, he'll keep this one, but it'll be stopped for a loss of 2. And do they go for it? They went for it earlier and it paid off. They can go for it or just settle for a field goal. Go 45-14, and they will.
They're going to go for the easy 3 here.
Just the chip shot.
They're already up big, and this could make the lead bigger.
45-14. It's good.
Everyone's all lined up and ready for the
Takes
kickoff.
away. At the very least, Baylor kept it to a field goal. Mike Barnes got 19 on the return. Baylor nearly being doubled in offense. Oh, trying to keep this team in this game. Good throw up to Andrew Alexander for 9 yards. 1:30 in the third. Clock's ticking. No need to use your timeouts yet. Pressure coming. Sacked, fumbled, but picked up by the back. That'll be a loss of 2. The forced fumble and the sack goes to number 91, Landry. I'll get the full name on screen in a moment.
From their own 23-yard
I
line.
assume.
Third down.
No. They like just not giving you the name sometimes. Oh, backing up. They're doing the screen again on third down, and it's a yard. Why do you keep doing it?
Just a little dump off pass to the halfback, but it was very well defended.
Why do you keep doing the screen on third down? Tommy McRae gets the sack, or gets the tackle rather. And Oklahoma State gets the ball back. Aaron Carter gets 8 yards on the return.
I'll tell you, Brad, with so much traffic in the middle there, it really makes it tough to break free.
We're about set to start things up again. Oklahoma State looking to put this game away on the score here.
Roberts throws this one. Oh, what a big hit on Jason Davidson.
That brings up 2nd and 1.
Nearly did a flip. Option keeper for Roberts.
He gets to about the 31-yard line.
15-yard gain. Less than 30 seconds in the third quarter. Roberts, plenty of time. Caught and just short of the first 9-yard gain. This will probably be the last play of the quarter if they can even get the snap off in time. Hand off to Mason Booth. That will be our last play of the quarter. Now they'll run one more. Throwing this one. Caught. And he brought down where he stands. 8-yard gain for Thomas Hagan. That's the end of the third quarter. And this one's ugly. 45-14 at the end of 3. I'm feeling tempted to run another game just because of how bad this one's going. Plenty of time to throw. Easy touchdown for Jermaine Beck. 50 points. It'll be 52-14 with the extra point. 5-5-5 on the clock in the fourth. Baylor would need an unprecedented comeback to take this one. And they would need to not screen on third down.
Taken from the 3-yard line.
About the 22-yard line.
Early in the fourth quarter, and this one we know is over. It's an opportunity for some subs to play on one side and maybe to play for pride on the other.
Oh, this one's thrown under the middle of Alexander. First down. It's more likely we're going to have another number 1. This one's thrown to Alexander for 2 yards. It does stop the clock, so I understand why you'd screen there. 5 guys. 2nd and 8 from 41. He's going to get lined up. 5 wide. Polo in the backfield. Throws this one to Alexander for 4 yards. First down at the 49-yard line. It's 3rd and 3. 5 wide. Pressure coming. Good block. He's got a man to about the 44-yard line. Roger Blanchard, I don't know how that's a user catch. My controller is off. A keeper stumbles. That's going to be credited as a sack. William Barnes brings him down.
Pressure from the right direction, and it seemed to confuse the offense.
Defense looking for another sack here.
Under 5 minutes to go.
Situation.
If we're going to get a miracle, now's the time for it. Oh. Throws this one. He's got a man. Plenty of room to work. He's going to get in the end zone. Touchdown, Lamar Brown and Baylor. After nearly 2 quarters of nothing, is back on the board.
And again, the speed of the receiver is the difference in this play.
I don't know if they have it in them to make a comeback.
You just don't want to blow. That's like having a wide open play up with nobody.
That was a wide open play. But we'll have a new number 1 next week. And that may be, for the first time, Boise State. They're going to try an onside kick here. It's on the way, and it's picked up by the Cowboys. Aaron Carter's the one on the receiving.
I don't know if the guy is hurt or what the problem is.
I'm a little bit surprised myself, Brad. I think we all anticipated him having a huge game, but he's very fortunate to have a quarterback in a passing game like this to be able to take some of the pressure off of him.
And off once again. Booth got room to work. 9 yards on the play.
That brings up 2nd and 1. In 2nd down now, they're just a few feet away from that 1st down marker. Oklahoma State up by a big margin.
Play action. There's the throw to Ben Archer.
The 26-yard line.
That'll be a 1st down. 4:13 to go. And Oklahoma State's going to punch this in again. We're about to see 70 on the scoreboard by the time this is over. He's to the end zone. Incomplete. Almost picked off by Josh Swan.
Close to making a big play.
His safety is kicking himself for dropping that one.
It's
4 minutes on the clock.
Ball on the 26.
Going over the middle. Caught. To about the 9. That's number 5, Thomas Hagan.
That makes it 1st and goal.
Josh Swan has 6 tackles. Yes, he got that one there. Josh Swan has been the big name on defense for the Bears. They've just been cut through like butter today. Plenty of time. Incomplete. Robert Brooks broke up the play.
Sometimes you don't get a great grip on the ball, and it comes out a little wobbly.
From the 9-yard line, it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10. Roberts. He's got a man, and that's a touchdown for Oklahoma State. Mason Booth puts it in. He's got James Roberts has 4 touchdowns today. And we're about to go 59-21.
And he tacks on the extra point.
You can see the seats empty in here.
43-yard drive. And a touchdown as a result.
Brad, how about the guys up front? The offensive line giving the quarterback plenty of time to be able to read the defense and make the right throw.
Baylor will take it.
From the 5.
They'll got their own 4-yard line. They'll get a 20-yard gain on the return.
That's exactly what we just saw. One team scores a touchdown, the other team comes right back and puts another touchdown on the board. This is getting exciting.
Is it?
Both teams are playing.
Is it really, Kirk?
You want to get experience for guys who normally don't get it.
I hope it becomes exciting, because it hasn't really gotten exciting. There's a heave to the sideline, incomplete.
From their own 24-yard line, it's 2nd down.
Oh. He's this one caught in traffic.
Taken down.
Jerome Harwell gets the 1st down. 3:26 to go. Baylor down big. And you're running it yourself. Now get 9 yards. Why are you running? Sometimes the clock management in this game is just bizarre. Throws this one to number 3, I believe, is Andrew Alexander. It is. 13-yard gain.
Less than 3 minutes in the game.
2:56 on the clock. Tick, 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 tick. Keeper. And once again, Derek Paul runs through. And who is that down on the field?
From the 26-yard line.
I couldn't even see the number. 600. Oklahoma State is eclipsed. Yeah, we'll check that. Pressure, sacked! Derek Poe is brought down. That will be Dusty Wilcox with the sack. 2:30 to go.
I'm getting a hold of my offensive line.
Show me that
making sure
injury.
you guys are on the same page.
That's Baylor's Harwell. We have 2 quarters. Thankfully, it's not too serious. Throwing quick. Lamar Brown gets 2 yards. Why are you running with such small increments? It's 3rd and 16. You got just over 2 minutes to work with, and you're down by over 30. And why are you running it? It'll be 4th and 12. And now you're going for it, which is fair. Here comes 4th and 12. Last chance for Baylor. Throwing this one. End zone touchdown. Roger Blanchard. But we're not done yet. They're probably going to go for 2. No, they will be taking the PAT. And it's 59-28. A 31-point lead for the Cowboys. And it seems borderline impossible to come back from this. The onside kick. And they got it! Baylor gets the ball back. 1:44 to go. I don't think there's enough time for a comeback. As Danny's informing, nearly Eastern Washington near the FBS.
Let's see if they can do the same thing here.
Now down to minus 169, which is the worst in the league after a 68-0 loss to New Mexico. And you're going on another screen. This is to Anthony Jackson. You don't have time for this.
Just under 2 minutes in the game.
And you're throwing it again short. And that'll lose a yard. What a terrible display here of clock management. Pressure, and you're throwing a screen again. And they'll call their first time out with Minsko, and they're punting.
Now is the punter.
Midfield, you're down 31. You just gave away the game.
This one's going to be down in the end zone for a touchback. And for Roberts, he's given the defense a lot to worry about. For his mobility in the pocket, I think.
And that's the game. 53 seconds to go.
Well, he's surprisingly heading back up. So if anything, I'd expect him to add to those rushing totals.
The only thing left to decide, Baylor's Poe is straight back. He'll be out 2 quarters. I'll be surprised if he plays next week. I can see him getting benched. Send guy rush for Booth. They'll just run out the clock.
That'll bring up 2nd and 3. 2nd down, and they're going to need about
And Oklahoma State's going to capture a huge win in Waco against the #1 team in the country. 59-28. Baylor gets their teeth knocked out. And Oklahoma State, they might be way better than we give them credit for.
Well, some backup
You mentioned Boise State is the number one.
for sure.
We might see the new number one on this field tonight.
That's it for this presentation of NCAA
Another
football.
plus 100 club member, Stephen F. Austin,
See you soon.
causes a 100-point differential with their win this week. They're projected to be your Southland Conference champions as of now. I feel like we deserve a bit better than that. That was a terrible display of clock management when it mattered. 59-28 the final score. You double that up for Baylor's score. That's not even enough to take the lead. You're down 31, and you punt. Let's just look at the game stats. Scoring summary: Baylor scoreless in the third and the first. 3 of the 4 quarters for Oklahoma State they scored double digits. There's Roberts. 2 running touchdowns, 2 passing touchdowns, and 2 more passing touchdowns. Big blowout win. Look at the passing stats for Derek Poe. 32 for 38, 289 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 2 picks. I would be surprised if he starts next week, if we're being honest. He was the leading rusher. He had 2 touchdowns on the ground. Keith Hopkins was stuffed all day, only 34 yards rushing. If you're going to run the ball, why don't you give it to your Heisman finalist running back? Anthony Jackson got some snaps in as well. Receiving, Andrew Alexander, the return man, was also a big factor in this game. Roger Blanchard had 83 yards and a touchdown. Another touchdown went to Kevin Stewart. Another touchdown went to Lamar Brown. Looking on the defensive side, really nothing of note defensively for Baylor. 1 sack for Garth Seals, Tyler Payne, and Darius Brown, respectively. Let's look at Oklahoma State's defense to counter. 4 sacks. Chris Spurlock, Jamal Landry, Dusty Wilcox, and William Barnes all had sacks today. 2 interceptions for William Barnes and Tommy McRae. You had a tackler break 11 with Buster Jones. Looking at the offensive stats, James Roberts was amazing today. 37 for 42, 495 yards and 4 touchdowns. 88% completion percentage. Sacked thrice, but he had a 56-yard pass. That makes up for it. Running the ball, James Roberts was the leader. He had 2 TDs on the ground. Mason Booth had 31. Number 31 had 36 yards on the ground and a touchdown. And Mike Williams had a rushing touchdown as well on that option play. Ben Archer, 99 yards. 97 for Thomas Hagan with a touchdown. 68 for Mason Booth with a receiving touchdown. Ricky Green got a touchdown, as did Jermaine Beck. And the team stats, 59-28. 27 first downs. That's insane. $615 yards of total offense to Baylor's 397. And 4 rushing touchdowns for Oklahoma State compared to Baylor's 2. 37 for 42 for 4 TDs. 32 for 38 with 2 TDs. Baylor nearly getting doubled up by Oklahoma State in passing yards. Both teams were 50-50 in the red zone. Both converted fourth downs. 100% scoring for the Cowboys and the Bears in the red zone. 2 turnovers, both being picks. A surprising amount of return yards for Baylor, 228, but they didn't get the ball back because they kept bungling the offense. They kept bungling on defense. And somehow they still had a higher time of possession because they kept screening the ball. Oklahoma State didn't punt once in this game. That was a truly awful game for Baylor. I am not going to mince words. There was a great catch for Baylor. Let's see if I can find it. This was it here. Hardwell made an amazing diving catch. Let me see it from this angle. Poe heaves it to Hardwell. That was a great catch. I hope these highlights save. I'm pretty sure that's saved, but if not, we'll have footage for it. I do want to take a picture when it comes down to it. I actually want to get a good one for for Roberts as well. Angle. Yeah, there it is. I'll check off stream if those are saved. That's the end of that game. A little tilted. I'm going to take a look at the 2K schedule. Hope to see what games we could do for next week. And to somehow salvage this week. $59-28, looking at the stats. Oklahoma State led every category here except time of possession. And James Roberts, definitely your player of the game, 37-42, 495 yards. 6 total touchdowns, 4 through the air, 2 on the ground. William Barnes had 5 tackles, a TFL, a sack, and a pick. somehow try and fix tonight. Not a lot of games we haven't done already. I love your streak. I think that will do it for tonight. Thank you all for watching. This game was not very great, but we'll be back next week. Hopefully with something better. And we'll see you next time.